Okay, let's jump right in. You know those wedding photos, the ones where the couple just looks radiant, totally bright-eyed? Well, today we're going to figure out how you actually get those. And trust me, the answer is probably not what you think. And look, this isn't just some fluffy little detail. No, people seriously stress about this. It's a huge deal for couples, for photographers, for planners. Everybody is trying to crack this code.
So that's the big question, right? How do you make sure the bride and groom actually look bright-eyed on their big day? How do you capture that genuine spark when there are cameras absolutely everywhere? What's the secret sauce?
Now, your first guess is probably makeup, right? I mean, that makes sense. A little concealer here, some brightener there. Problem solved.
Okay, if not makeup, then maybe it's all about the lighting. You get a great photographer who knows their stuff, sets up all the flashes just right. That has to be it. But what if it's not makeup? And what if it's not lighting either?
What if the real reason for those dull, tired eyes is project management? I know, that sounds crazy. Weddings and project management, but just hang on, because this idea, it explains everything.
To really get this, we have to look at modern weddings in a totally different way. So for a minute, let's forget all the romance and flowers. Instead, I want you to think about a wedding as a tech startup on launch day.
And just look at the team you have to assemble for this startup. You've got your wedding planner, your photographer, videographer, a drone pilot. Seriously. Then there's the DJ, maybe a live band, a dessert table, a donut wall, a champagne tower. It just keeps going. This isn't a party anymore. It's a massive logistical operation.
And when you lay it out like this, the comparison to a startup is, well, it's kind of perfect. You've got different departments, you've got a huge budget. The couple, they're basically the founders or the CEOs. And the goal for everyone is the same, a flawless launch day. It's the exact same playbook.
So what does this startup model mean for the couple? Well, it pushes them into a role they probably never expected to play. They're not just the happy couple anymore, they're the managers of their own party.
And here's the crazy part. The two people who are supposed to be the stars of the show, they end up looking like the most stressed out employees at the company. It's totally backwards. I mean, just look at a typical morning for the bride. 6 a.m., you're in the makeup chair. 8 a.m., photos with the bridesmaids. 9 a.m., family photos. Then at 10 a.m., you're on an emergency call with the florist. At 11, you're moving people around on the seating chart. She's not a bride enjoying her day. She's putting out fires like an event coordinator.
And the groom's no different. He's running around, talking to the DJ, checking in with the caterer, talking logistics with the planner. You can almost hear him saying corporate speak, right? Yep, sounds good. Let's circle back on that. He's in full-on manager mode, not groom mode.
And this manager mindset doesn't just switch off. Oh no, it follows them right down the aisle. The most important emotional part of the day suddenly feels like just another box to check. So imagine this. The music is playing, the bride is walking towards him, and what's he thinking? You'd hope it's just pure emotion, but a lot of the time, his brain is just running through the schedule. Okay, first the vows, then the rings, then the kiss, then it's cocktail hour. He's not in the moment. He's just trying to get to the next one.
And that's when the photographer steps in and says something kind of ridiculous, right? Okay, guys, look at each other, relax your shoulders, and remember, let your eyes light up. Like it's a button you can just press. Engage bright eye mode. It's impossible when your mind is racing about whether the cake has arrived yet.
But then it happens. The moment everyone's been trying to force all day. Those bright eyes finally show up, but it's not during the ceremony, and it's not during the photos. It happens way later, after all the official stuff is done. The music starts to die down. People are starting to say their goodbyes. The whole production is finally winding down.
And that's when the couple starts to, well, decostume. The heels are kicked off under a table, the suit jacket is draped over a chair. They stop being the bride and groom and just become themselves again. And maybe for the first time all day, they just sit down together, they catch each other's eye, and then you hear it, a real laugh. Not a cheese for the camera laugh, but a deep, from-the-gut laugh that just says, wow, we actually did it. We survived.
And in that moment, that's when you see it. Their eyes are bright, because the project is finally over. All the pressure is gone, and for the first time all day, they can just see each other.
And that's when it hits you what this whole day was supposed to be about. It was never about the donut wall or the perfect playlist. It was about something much, much simpler.
They realized that the project they were managing wasn't just a one-day party. The wedding, That was just the launch event. The real project, the one that starts now, is the marriage itself. Because if you strip away all the noise, all the logistics, all the stress, what is a wedding really? It's just two people looking at each other and making one of the most incredible announcements a person can make. Out of everybody here, out of everybody in the entire world, I choose you.
And that kind of leaves you with one last question, doesn't it? When you're really truly seeing that person you choose, do you actually need anyone to tell you to let your eyes light up? Or to tell you where to look?